What are some men's issues that are overlooked? Isolation. I've felt this myself, and I've done some reading about it. Men tend to become more isolated and lonely as they get older. After a certain point, they don't make an effort to gain friendships and tend to shy away from any type of social engagement. I feel this way because as of right now, I don't have a close male friend. At least not someone I can talk to about things going on with me personally. I know a lot of people, but I'm less and less engaged with them as each year passes. It concerns me as of late, because I don't want to end up a hermit, but without a solid relationship, I could see myself headed this direction in my older years. Abuse from women/other men. We're told to just take it and toughen up. It builds character, puts hair on the chest, etc., and we don't need support or a helping hand. Duck that. Yes. My cousin was constantly tormented and beat on by his two older brothers. He died at 39 from alcoholism because of that. The lack of a good support system. Just because a guy has people that he hangs out with, doesn't mean he's comfortable telling them serious personal issues. I don't the accuracy of the statement, but I read that majority of men between ages 14 to 35 are lonely. I can speak for myself, and that's true. It had been more than a year I had any human interaction outside my family. Even though your family has your back, but you don't tell them all the things you are going through, just because you don't want to bother them with your problems. Because you feel your problems don't matter, and you should be able to face it on your own. Mental health, and this is coming from someone who has lived on the ideas of you're a guy, get over yourself. It was taught to me, I didn't think much of it, and now that I'm about to hit 20, I can feel the effects like a ripple. It's actually hard for me to open up to people, and when I do, I feel like I'm wasting everyone's time. In Western culture, men are defined by what they do and not by who they are being. So, when they retire, they often develop mental illness because they are no longer doing. This often leads to suicide. Then there's the whole nonsense of the stoic emotionless man getting on with the work. Not even always suicide, a lot of times they just sit in a chair, turn on the TV, and waste away. So this one might not be as serious as the others. I babysit my friends' kids all the time. One is 3 and the other is 11. I like to take them out and about to have some fun. We go eat food, we go to the park, and arcades too. We have a ton of fun, but I always get weird looks from people. They don't look like me at all because I'm not the father. I've had people interrogate me, and it's weird to me. I've been there their entire life and treat them like my own kids, so it kinda hurts. So I'm at the park playing tag with these kids I'm babysitting, and out of nowhere this old lady comes up to me and starts asking all sorts of questions. Do you know these kids? What are their names? Can you call their parents for me? Even asking the kids if they knew me, and when they answered yes, she responded with, you don't have to lie, if you don't know this man, you can tell me, and I can help you. I work at a psychiatric hospital, and out of the 13 wards, only 3 are for women. The huge problem to face men is mental illness, and most, if not all, the patients are there because they kept taking drugs as well. The miserable paternity leaves. Cause what man wants to spend time with his newborn kid and a recovering wife, right? Loneliness. Many men tend to have a lot of friends, but never close friends or people they feel like truly care about them, which leads to declining mental health, and maybe worse. Erectile dysfunction. It seems like a joke, but guys literally kill themselves because of it. It's like losing the ability to love, losing your manhood, losing your ability to feel intimate with someone. A really big one is abuse. Sexual assault or rape isn't taken seriously when it happens to men. There are almost always more shelters available to women experiencing homelessness. In my city, the split is about 75% beds for women and children and 25% for men. I understand that society considers women more vulnerable, but I live in a city where it routinely gets below 0 in the winter. Hypothermia doesn't care about your gender. I am a single father, with primary custody of a school-age child with little social support in my area. I was also the stay-at-home parent, while I went back to college and completed my degree. It is damn near impossible to find good childcare. My female work friends volunteer, but then bail at the last minute. I'm looked at as a threat by husbands of my son's classmate parents. I find that I'm often the only guy at the playground, and get sideways glances from the cliques of women who go there. If I hire a babysitter, I have to make sure I'm overly cautious about respecting boundaries, if I'm even able to have a babysitter watch my child. Also, the normal competition among female mothers gets amplified, and I'm often looked down on as a parent. I don't fit in with working guys who just want to go out and get a beer, because I have a child to take care of, and women often reject me on online dating sites, simply because I have a child. I love my son, and would do anything in the world for him. I feel like I've done a lot, but men in my situation have zero to little support or infrastructure to manage as a single full-time parent in society. Men can be just as good parents as women, and society needs to normalize this pronto. Male disposability. If something is dangerous and men, your partner can replace you easily. Your only value is what you offer to other people, and the minute you are not useful anymore, people cast you aside like the fungible commodity you are. I would like to be treated like I have inherent value, as a person, not like I'm something to be tolerated, until I'm no longer useful. I saw a woman attempting to hit her boyfriend outside a local supermarket. He walked away from her. She followed him and kept hitting him. After this went on for about 90 seconds, he shoved her away roughly once. 2 cars immediately stopped and men jumped out of them shouting at and threatening this guy for shoving her. Nobody did anything when she was attacking him. The consequences of body shaming. It has the same effect on men as it does women. No one likes to be insulted, no matter who you are. Just because we are a different gender does not mean our minds are so vastly different that we react differently to even the most basic of things. Some women think we are emotionless, meant to serve them. Sorry if I had worded this wrong. Height is a common thing to joke about. Nobody sees a problem with it, but it can really whittle away at your self-worth when people always make fun of you for it.